Peace, 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 man. Ascension. Right now, we up here in Mongoloid land, aka Flatback City. But I just want to share this with y'all. You know what I mean? It's been raining like crazy out here. The waters of noon are definitely cleansing the planet as we speak right now. But I'm over here, man, and let's just look at this variety and the quality, shall we? Well, as we know, if you want quality, you gotta leave your black ass neighborhood. Because unfortunately, we settle for the least. We settle for the low quality. Therefore, that's all we have. But once we start taking things back, that will change. Now, this is just one out of many, 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 many stores. Like I said, noon is falling upon us today and cleansing us, anointing us with the waters of noon. So I will show y'all some more stores. This is just one out of it's just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. But we're gonna continue. Now we are literally one block away, as y'all can see. You know what I mean? Noon has anointed me. So I was out there walking in the waters of noon. We're literally maybe about half a block from the last grocery store. And excuse me, I think my finger was on the speaker. But I just gotta show y'all, how this is. You know what I mean? Because we truly do not understand that there is a reason there's not a level of quality in specific locations. And as we already know, the Mongoloid likes to make fake synthetic things and sell it to us, but they keep the real produce for themselves. Let's just take a look. Remember, completely different store. Right down the block, by the way. This is a completely different store, literally down the block from the other store I just came from. Everything fresh, everything just looking beautiful. Very affordable, by the way, might I add. Now see, the last store I just came from, the broccoli was $150 a pound. Over here it's $129 a pound. That's good to know. Once again, store right down the block from the other store. As I walk around here, it's like how much fresh produce do you need? Because it's literally store by store by store of fresh produce. So, once again, we have to understand, okay? If you want quality, you must demand quality. So if you continue to allow them to sell you trash and continue to buy trash, well then that's what they'll do. You continue going to the fake Chinese restaurants where they're serving you fried dog and you don't complain about it because it's cheap. You keep accepting cheap products and low quality products, so therefore that's all you will receive. Because I go to many different neighborhoods of many different ethnicities, and we are the only ones that receive the lowest forms of product. Has nothing to do with money. Has nothing to do with how much money you have. Because other places do not accept low quality, but we seem to. That has to stop. Supermarket number 3. Mind you, this is right across the street from the last place we just went to. Directly across the street. I'll show y'all that in a minute. How much is the broccoli over here? $128 a pound. Oh no, it's $129 a pound here too. Once again, y'all, this is directly across the street from the last supermarket. Keep that in mind. As a matter of fact, I can show y'all right now. Look, you see outside? You guys see? That's the last supermarket. We're in the other one. Boy, I mean, the choices are just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Fresh produce everywhere you look. Fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. Seriously. Seriously. Mind you, this is the 3rd supermarket, all within the same block. All within the same block. Do we understand? This is number 3. Mind you, I've barely walked 20 feet. And this is number 3. Full of fresh produce. Full of all different varieties. Let's keep going, shall we? Let's just get a perspective, right? Fresh produce. Fresh produce. Let's continue. And we're entering market number 4. Literally down the block from market number 3. The Mongoloids are very rude as well. Now this has to be the lower quality store because these don't look as super fresh as the last 3 stores. What? Still better than what we got. How much is the broccoli over here? $139 a pound. No sir, no sir. We just saw $129 a pound. Once again, if you accept low quality, then all you will ever have is low quality. If you notice, every other race and group does not accept certain things in their neighborhoods. Therefore, they don't exist. But for some reason, we accept anything we're given as long as it's cheap. But here's the funny thing. When you go to these different places, they have high quality produce. And it's very cheap. It's very affordable. So let's stop pretending money has anything to do with this. Because it's not money. It's what you will allow. And our black asses allow anything. Anybody could come in your neighborhood. Anybody could sell you trash. Anybody could set up shop, take your money, and go right back to where they came from. We gotta stop this. I'll tell you one thing. These Mongoloids are some rude motherfuckers, boy. They just rude as shit. Be all up in your space, don't say nothing, no excuse me, push you over and shit. I mean, goddamn. Does this go into the aspect of that extra chromosome? Because if you notice, I broke down the Mongoloid some time ago. And remember, the Mongoloid has a form of Down syndrome. Now, Down syndrome doesn't mean you're not intelligent. Down syndrome just means there's a part of your brain that's ineffective in a form of empathy. You see what I mean? So therefore, they're just, they do things that's just very rude and they almost can't, they just don't tell what they're doing, So, it's just quite interesting. But let's continue, shall we? And entering supermarket number 5. Mind you, we're all in walking distance, mind you, okay? I didn't have to take transportation anywhere. This just another market. Right next to the market, right next to the market. Fresh, 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 fresh. Oh boy, I tell you. All this produce, man, and it's just so necessary, They just gotta have it. Fresh corn. 99 cents each, 3 for $2. Mind you, we're in market number 5. Market number 5, guys. Literally walking distance. Literally down the block from the last market, cross street from the other market, next door to the next market. And entering supermarket number 6. Oh, I tell you, man. Fresh produce, fresh produce, fresh produce, boy. I tell you, mind you, okay, this is down the block from the last supermarket, number 5. This is number 6. Oh, broccoli's $1.39 here. Oh. Gotta go to that last store and get my $1.29 a pound broccoli. Now let's see this funny anomaly. This is how you know when we're in another world, okay? Oh man. Last time I came here, the red pepper was less expensive than the green pepper, which is an extremely odd thing. It seems like they must have tapped into the real world and got things back together. But last time I came here, the red pepper was cheaper than the green pepper, and we all know that that's impossible. That's like against the law of vegetables. Gotta pick me up my red cabbage. Love my red cabbage. Notice the variety. Notice the different, endless variety of potatoes, of onions, of basically everything. Now, last time I came here, they had an excellent variety of mushrooms, and I don't see them this time. Huge variety of mushrooms they had before. Yep, is this it? Oh, it looks a little smaller this time. But still, great variety. Oh, no. Oh, no, actually, all of these are mushrooms. Yeah. White mushroom, baby bella, oyster mushroom, portobello mushroom, bunapi mushroom, brown beach mushroom, Olden mushroom, king oyster mushroom, shiitake mushroom. Oh boy, come on now. Y'all, I know y'all see this every day where y'all from. Once again, it has nothing to do with money, because as you can tell, these prices are very affordable. It has to do with what you're going to accept and what you're going to provide for yourself. Unfortunately, as the original people of this planet, we accept anything from anybody. Don't question it. We might complain, but yet we don't change it. And that's the problem. But see, other races and groups, there's certain things they just refuse to accept. If you notice, the Mongoloid might be in the projects, and I've lived amongst the Mongoloid in projects. And guess what? They bring quality to the projects. They don't ask the city to fix it. They don't ask the governor to fix it. You know what they do? They start putting water fountains in front of their building. They start planting gardens in front of their building. They make it livable, inhabitable, and quality. And this is the difference between us and everybody else. We allow something to become low quality and then accept the low quality. But they will move in somewhere and then build quality around themselves. See, this is why building a nation starts with the mind. It has nothing to do with paperwork, and it barely has anything to do with money. It has to do with your mind, because you know why? We are the most creative people on this planet, but yet we refuse to tap into that pineal gland reservoir of pure creativity. We can create tower gardens on the side of our buildings. We can create different aspects and symbolism and beautiful things just from our mind, just from taking things, putting them together, and tapping into that creative force, which, by the way, is the feminine. Ladies, they have made y'all hard workers now, so you don't know how to be creative anymore. All you know how to do is buy and consume. So now you are a major consumer and a major laborer. Man is productivity, woman is creativity. Another thing we must realize was quite interesting when we go in different neighborhoods with different groups of races and people. These Mongoloids are very trusting that they don't steal from each other. It's very interesting. I just bought a nice big bag of oranges outside on the street, and I'm looking around who I'm supposed to give the money to. And you know, nobody even cares that I just got these oranges in my bag. I just walk off with them. Nobody will even notice. Of course, as divine beings, we must have integrity. So, you know, I'm looking for who I'm supposed to pay. And literally, 3 oranges for $1. So I bought 9. So that means $3. And basically, I just hand $3 to the lady, and she just takes $3. Doesn't even look at what I'm giving it to her for. She's just basically just taking money from people while she's doing other stuff. So she's trusting people. She's trusting her own people. She barely looks up at me. She trusts people to just not steal. You see what I mean? But see, when you have been conditioned to a certain extent to where you're put in a mind of survival, where you're put in a mind to where nobody can have more than you, when you are trained by your oppressor to see anybody who looks like you as your enemy, then that creates and breeds the conditioning to steal from each other. But realize, these groups of people was never put through that. So they're not conditioned to see another Mongoloid as their enemy or as a thief. So therefore, they don't expect anybody to steal. You know what I'm saying? It's quite interesting to watch. It's quite interesting to experience. We tend to forget that certain habits are formed after years and decades of conditioning. When you flood our communities with dope, when you flood our communities with crack, or cocaine, I should say, then you start breeding habits, you start breeding tendencies that begin to create a parasitic mindset to where we need to feed off each other. Once again, though, let's remember, no other group of people have been through Willie Lynchism. No other group of people have been infected with drugs within their community, okay, like us, or us alone. They've never flooded the Asian community with drugs. They've never flooded the Jewish community with drugs. They never flooded the Arab community with drugs. So therefore, they don't worry about thievery. They don't worry about burglary. They don't worry about certain forms of crime. As a matter of fact, as I walk around here, I don't see any police. You see? And when you do see police, they're usually of Asian descent. So I say all of this to make a point. We can do so many things. There's really no excuse. All it takes is the reversal of your conditioning. All it takes is your mind. It's so simple. You know, I watch these pages and these black power people want to sit down with an economic plan and all this stuff. All of that stuff, do you think these Asians had to be taught to practice self-preservation? Do you think they had to be taught that? Nobody had to teach them that. They look at each other and they see one another as brothers and sisters, period. So therefore, they do for self all the time. And they do that above money. There's no amount of money you can offer an Asian, a Jew, or an Arab that will make them trade parts of their own wealth or their own community to you. But see, you offer us $1 higher than the buying price, and we'll give it to you, sell it to you, move the hell out of the neighborhood. They don't do that. No matter where you place these people, these different groups of people, they make it into a place of quality. Now, mind you, we're in an area that's not rich. They actually have projects around here. But here's the problem. Here's the aspect to that. They're full of a group of people that have not been conditioned to hate each other, that have not been conditioned to hate themselves, that have not been flooded with infectious aspects like drugs, alcohol. As a matter of fact, as I'm walking around, I'm noticing I haven't seen one liquor store. Just a whole bunch of grocery stores. That's it. Fresh produce everywhere, restaurants, actual herbal pharmacies. There's one right here, look. Medical spaces and stuff. I mean, I'm looking around, I don't see a liquor store, okay? We gotta understand, it's up to us. We gotta stop asking for reparations. We have to stop asking for justice. We have to stop asking for anything from any of these motherfucking mankind motherfuckers. Don't ask for nothing from a sixth ether. Do it your fucking self. Do it yourself. You can turn your block alone into Little Africa if you choose to. You start with your house, then you talk to your neighbor. Put a flag outside of your house. Put symbolism around you. Everywhere I look, everything is in Chinese. I'll go walk down there right now and show you McDonald's in Chinese, Dunkin' Donuts in Chinese. I mean, you really mean to tell me these people can't look at a Dunkin' Donuts and know it's Dunkin' Donuts? They do that on purpose because they want you to know where the fuck you are at. The whole world knows what the Dunkin' Donuts symbol look like. Why you need to put it in Chinese? Because you want us to know whose neighborhood this is. You are marking your territory with symbols that represent yourself. And this is what we need to do. We need to create symbols that represent ourselves. We need to bathe in symbols that when people look at my black ass walking around with two black divine kings and queens in an act of intimacy with each other, they don't know how to take my blacks. When they see me walking around with 3 swords on me, 9 ether, popping, they don't know how to take me. They don't know what I am. And they damn sure watch what the fuck they do. The police too. The police look at me and don't know how to react because they don't know who the fuck I am. They don't know what the fuck I am. And any wrong step or wrong turn or wrong choice could lead to your ass in something that you didn't want to get yourself into. But when they see a regular ass Negro that don't have no type of symbolism on him, that don't carry no swords on him, they know they're dealing with a Negro. And they know that they can kill that Negro and do anything they want to that Negro with no form of consequence whatsoever because he's a regular ass Negro. Wear your symbolisms daily. Hold yourself and your own accountable for everything. Demand quality or create quality. Whatever you allow is what you will become. Stop complaining about the low quality of your community. Stop complaining about white privilege and create black privilege. It's not that hard. It's very simple. Everywhere you go, people should look at you and know that your ass knows something. Everywhere you go, they shouldn't see a regular Negro. They should see somebody that, oh shit, this motherfucker knows something. Your energy dictates your reality. Your mind dictates your reality. Utilize it.